of the big difference between the Republicans and Democrats. It just seems like so much stuff is happening in the political arena. The lovely Democrats have shut her down there, boss. They shut her down. Mr. Chuck Schumer, proud American Democrat, making mistake after mistake after mistake. And it's not because we want to spite the Trump administration. We want $500 million, $500 billion, $500 trillion to take care of everybody else's health care needs, even though they are not an American citizen. Well, baby, we are here. We are live. We are back at it here at the Gallagher Grip studio on the south side of Chicago. We are leading the movement, if you will, for the knowledge of the big difference between the Republicans and Democrats. And ladies and gentlemen, as I told you before, I really don't want this show to be pinned as a political scenario here, but it just seems like so much stuff is happening in the political arena right now. It is insanity. Here we go. The lovely Democrats have shut her down there, boss. They shut her down. Mr. Chuck Schumer and everybody in that side of the aisle calls themselves a proud American Democrat. Shut us down. Boy, what a mistake. If they haven't been making mistake after mistake after mistake, and now they have to look themselves in the eyes and they have to look the American public in the eyes and say, well, I'll tell you what, well, there is a good reason we need to shut this down. And it's not because we want to spite the Trump administration. It's not because we just want to piss off a whole lot of people. We want $500 million, $500 billion, $500 trillion to take care of everybody else's health care needs, even though they are not an American citizen. Now, folks, come on. When does the common sense actually become a reality here? Okay, I mean, we have got the United States government shut down, and it's going to backfire. It's going to backfire on the Democrats at the level I don't think they've ever seen before, because with a government shutdown leaves the commander in chief, the president of the United States, the ability to make many changes when the government is actually shut down, and he is absolutely going to take advantage of those potential changes, as he has been very open about that here in recent interviews. Folks, I'm going to talk about a Republican for a moment. And again, yes, I know it's political based here at the moment, right? But my own children are asking me about the Republican and Democrat difference, Democratic Republican difference. Dad, what is it? What does it mean and why? Why are we proud Republicans, Dad? And how come we are not Democrats? You know, now these kids are younger. They're in, young grades. And it's very interesting to me. So I took it upon myself, because for people out there who really want to know, who really truly want to know, not all the chaos and anarchy and the drama just to create drama, just to cause an argument or a fight, the real hardcore truth behind a Republican in the United States of America. One of the biggest reasons people are Republican is because we believe in freedom first. Important for you to know that. Freedom of speech, freedom to protect your family, freedom to work hard and to keep what you earn. Republicans believe government's role should absolutely be limited, not running your life, not micromanaging your business, and not reaching into every single corner of your wallet. Okay. If you want more freedom and less government control, then ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Republican Party. Think about what I just said. You want more freedom and less government control, then guess what? You are a Republican. You want You want less freedom and more government interaction in your day-to-day lives. You want more taxes. You want more everything with regards to government interaction with your wallet, with your business, with your taxes, with your freedoms, etc. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I will introduce you to the Democratic Party of the United States of America. Okay, one reason is another reason here. Republicans understand that when business grows, people thrive. Lower taxes, fewer regulations, more opportunities. That's exactly factual, period, end of story. Instead of relying on the government to hand you things, Republicans believe in creating a system where you can build your own success, build your own future, ladies and gentlemen. It's not about the government giving you a fish. It's about making sure you got a pond to fish in, which let's be honest, that is a reality. It's not about giving somebody a fish. As funny as that analogy is, it's about giving them a pond so they can actually get a pole, get a worm, go out there, fish, and get their own food. That's the difference, ladies and gentlemen. That is the big difference between a Republican and Democrat. The Republicans believe family is the backbone of America. Strong families make strong communities. That means supporting parents, protecting kids from harmful agendas, and making sure communities are safe. Republicans are a party of law and order, not chaos. We believe criminals should be held accountable, police should be respected, and communities should be safe places to raise your kids. Wow, what a reality. Think about what has happened over the last 4 years with Joseph Biden as your president, and think about all the crazy lunatics that were created with that presidency, which is a complete opposite of what this is saying right here, right now. America first. Republicans also believe in putting America first. Now, that's interesting because I believe we have a president that says that time and time and time again, putting America first. Period. End of story. That means securing our borders, protecting our jobs, and making sure we aren't selling out our country's foreign powers. If you care about safety, sovereignty, and keeping America strong on the world stage, that's a Republican belief, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's a Republican belief. Now, I mean, it's pretty common sense to me. At the end of the day, being Republican is about believing in personal responsibility, hard work, and the idea that the American dream should still be alive for our kids and grandkids. It's not about labels. It's about values. And right now, more than ever, we need a party that is willing to stand up for freedom, security, and the future of this company, this country. That, with what I just read, is a complete and total reality of exactly what we are going through right here and right now. It is actually a representation of words that define exactly, literally, what we're dealing with right here and right now. You have got a Democratic Party that shut down the government just to be spiteful. Interesting. Because the American people are no longer stupid. Not saying we ever were, but we're no longer in the dark, perhaps is a better way to put it. We can read between the lines. The world has seen the press. The world has realized that what we hear on the press and what we see is not at all even close to reality in some regards. And, we're not stupid. We can see what's going on. The Democrats have shut down the United States of America simply to spite success, simply to spite change. Now, come on. Look, folks, come on. At what point do you need to realize this is factual? At what point do you stop yelling and kicking and screaming and saying all kinds of chaotic crap to support a Democratic Party when the party is actually the problem? The party is the issue. The party is the one that's causing all of the problems, whether you like it or not. It's a factual statement. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, how can you look at what is currently going on in the United States of America, given a shutdown when almost every single Democrat voted against an extended period of time just to be spiteful? How can you appreciate that? How can you sit there and agree with the fact that illegal non-American citizen people should be funded with your tax dollars, my tax dollars, your tax dollars? I mean, it's so crazy to me. And yet I'm going to be posting this podcast all over the nation, and I am going to get people who respond negatively. I'm going to get people that disagree with that, and every single time I see it, I sit here in the studio and I say, how can this be? How can people say what they're saying? None of it makes any sense. Are they not American? Are they illegal citizens? Why would you say some of these things that you say? Well, Mr. Gallagher, I disagree with you. And here's why. Mr. Gallagher, shut your big fat mouth. What are you talking about? Listen, I'm living in common sense USA here. I'm on the streets. I'm a street guy. I'm on the streets. I see what's going on. You're telling me, as an American citizen who was born and raised in this great country, that you're going to agree with the fact that you want to actually fund, take our hard-earned dollars, okay, to the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars, and you want to put that towards an illegal non-American citizen, and you want to pay for their health care. Well, let me tell you something. How many single mothers are out there that need assistance with healthcare? Single moms that are actually American citizens. How many single mothers out there need help with healthcare? Please do me a favor and simply respond to me, okay? How many single men, how many families need help with healthcare? Because I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that I've got a list of 25 people I know right now that are barely making it right now for whatever reason, and everybody needs help with healthcare. But you're going to tell me that we should go ahead and actually fund a whole bunch of people who are legitimately non-American citizens, like us going to Mexico, like an American going to any other country. You think that they're going to fund your healthcare? What is wrong with the United States of America? Is it because we've lost so much control? We're simply a melting pot for all of these people that come into our country. Let me explain something to you. You've got all different kinds of cultures in the United States of America. You've got Mexican folks, you've got white folks, you've got black folks, you've got Indian folks, you've got Chinese folks and Japanese folks. You've got every single kind of person that comes into this country. And there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons to that. Let me tell you something. The biggest issue I foresee here in the United States is that when people do come into the United States of America, well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They bring in their core values from that originating country that they are coming from. And they instill that value into their children, their children's children. And now all of a sudden we have got a United States of America filled with all kinds of people that now call themselves American citizens, but yet they practice their home country's values. Think about that. They're practicing their home country values. I have friends, they're Arabic, okay? Every single Friday, they go pray 3 times. 3 times a day, they go to the mosque to pray. I mean, is that, and these folks were not born here. These folks came here 6, 7, 8 years ago, and now they're American citizens. You don't talk about it. You don't speak about it openly because you want to keep your mouth shut because you don't want to start any problems. But here and now, right now with the current administration, let me tell you something. It is time to speak up. And listen, you cannot like what I'm saying all you want. But for the American citizens that are listening to me right now, they are probably saying, you know what? this guy is fucking right. This guy actually has a good point. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful to any race. I'm friends with many people. But you wonder where the United States went off track. The Republican Party, the people that are currently in the administration, whether you like it or not, they are trying to clean it up, to make it better, to make our country focus and function at a much more efficient level. But yet they always get stonewalled. And that's why I love President Trump so much, ladies and gentlemen, because he just keeps going. This Energizer Bunny just keeps on going. And it's great and amazing to see. And you could see the shift. You could see the shift in personalities now and attitudes when it comes to a Trump administration and or a Democratic administration. I'll tell you what, it's great to see, because here and now we need to stand up and we need to fight for America. We need to fight. We need to fight for America, ladies and gentlemen. We need to actually fight for freedom first, freedom of speech, freedom to protect your family, freedom to work hard and keep what you earn, freedom to believe that government roles should not be at a high level in your personal life and business life. You want to wake up and start a company, and you want to fight, and you want to work 6-7 days a week. You want to put in 100 hours a week in work, and you want to take that time away from your family. Well, then guess what? You really want the United States government to actually take more and more and more away from you and away from your kids? Do you? Because if you do, I'd like to introduce you to the Democratic Party, because it's factual and we are sick of it. That's why you're seeing an explosion of Republican mouths that have been silenced and quiet for so long. But holy cow, as like Mr. President Trump said, that is a bear that you don't want to wake up. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That bear is awake, and he is a grizzly bear, because we're never stopping at this point, never backing down. We are talking about our country. We're talking about America. We're talking about American citizens here. This is not a joke. This is not a game. You've got two political parties that clash nonstop. And there's only one political party I want to be on. I can tell you that. And that's the one that actually stands for freedom. That's the one that stands for the American people. That's the facts. That's the truth. You guys that are going to be commenting on this particular podcast, and you guys that actually say, well, you're wrong, Mr. Gallagher. You're such a piece of beep. Let me tell you something. How can you say that? How can you actually say that and believe what you're thinking? This is our country. This is our home. This is our homeland. This is our republic. And you're going to vote to give away all of our country's hard-earned money? You really want to put your kids' future in the fact that you want to agree to pay $500 million to support illegal health care? I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the common sense? Where are the brains? Where's the thinking? I think ultimately that needs to happen. Where is it? I don't understand. Every single time I see this, I just simply don't understand. So here and now, we are Thursday. It is 5:26 Central Time. We have a government that is still shut down, and President Trump is not going to give in. He shouldn't, and I hope to God he doesn't give in, because your Chuck Schumers of the world simply want to cause chaos and anarchy, which is the complete opposite of a Republican world. I don't understand how a human being cannot support the core of what this country was founded on. The right to come into this country, as why so many people want to come to the United States of America. They want the freedom to create and build a better life without government involvement. They come to America because they believe. They come to America because they want a better life. They're more than welcome to come to the United States of America if they come the right way. Simply fill out the documents, simply go through the process. Right now, more than ever, you're hearing about ICE in the Chicagoland area or across the country where people are getting arrested. These are folks that have been here for years, ladies and gentlemen. These are folks that come up with fake social security numbers. These are folks that is getting completely free health care that you're paying for, that your kids are paying for. We're going to just sit back and say, you know what? The American citizens have a heart. You know what? Maybe it's time that the heart gets a little bit smaller for the benefit of the greater good of the rest of the American citizens that work 6 days a week to support themselves and their families and their children. Maybe it's time the United States brings back the backbone. And the backbone in this case is President Trump. No doubt about it. A man who is the backbone of this country. And if you can't see that because you have an issue with the man or his past or whatever story you're going to conjugate up in your mind, okay? We believe in President Trump. We believe in freedom of speech. We believe in the greater good of the United States of America. How can you not believe in that here as a country, as an American citizen? You know, I guess what I should say is what kind? You know what, ladies and gentlemen, maybe this is what I need to say. What kind of American citizen are you? Are you a fly-by-night American citizen? Are you a paper-approved American citizen? Because the American citizens I know and the ones that I speak for are the ones that were born here, were raised here. They know the Constitution. They understand. They say the Pledge of Allegiance. They've said it a million times going through our school systems, whether you like it or not. They know where the Statue of Liberty is, and they know why it's there. The real American citizens know what America is about. They're not paper signers. They don't just sign papers and come to America. Hey, I'm an American citizen. This is great. Yeah. They don't do that. A real American citizen, born and raised here, going through the realities of what this country stands for. And that's exactly what we got away from. But not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's called accountability. And it is coming back at a level that people just can't stand. People can't take the fact that it is. President Trump's administration is doing something that we haven't seen in a long time. And do you want to know what that is? It's called accountability. Keeping people, making people accountable. The Secretary of War. What amazing speech. The man is amazing. Pete Hegseth is an absolute superstar, had the courage to call in every single person around the world, not the country, the world, and basically said, it's over, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a new start. We have got a new vision, and we have got a new way about doing things, which is basically the way it was, 30 years ago? You want to go into the Army? Well, you know what? You're going to lose weight, and you're going to stiffen up, and you're going to become a man. And we're not going to have men wearing dresses and high heels, holding AK-47s or AR-15s, storming the front lines. Could you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? What kind of picture, what kind of image does that give, our enemies? Because our enemies are everywhere. It bothers me, and it bothers so many people that I know that in this country, you have got people that are against the core fundamentals of what created this country. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I read, people respond to us in droves. And yes, most people support the Gallagher Grip show without question. But like anybody else that's out there, Megyn Kelly's and all the other people who are out there supporting the Republican message and movement, you really read what some of these people say. That's the scary part. When you actually read what some of these people say, that's where the real true scare comes in. Who are these people? Are they even an American citizen? Are they an illegal just trying to spat on social media? It's unbelievable. I think it's unbelievable. And I couldn't be happier with where we're at. Quite frankly, I'm not happy the government is shut down, but I'm happy the government is shut down. If you could understand what I mean by that. Because you know what? You guys want to throw your hands up in the air to a man who is doing everything possible to straighten up the core America that we know that everybody wants to be a part of. Home of the free, land of the brave, and land of opportunity. Land of opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, which was why everybody comes to America, because they want the opportunity to succeed. We don't need more government. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. What does that mean? It means get off your ass. It means find a job. It means go to work. It means become somebody. It means have the grit to get up and do something. Let's make this country great. It means just that, ladies and gentlemen. Get up and let's go. Now, for the people who don't want to get up, they're not gonna like this, particular message. But the reality is, circling back to why somebody wants to become a Republican, it is very clear. It is clear as day. It is about the United States of American flag always to be flown. You see this flag right here? You see that flag right there? It's about that flag right there. It's about these guys right here. It's about this picture right here behind me. It is about all the soldiers that have lost their lives and didn't get to experience family time with their kids. It is about all the soldiers that got killed overseas because they were fighting to keep this great country alive and well. And you are going to disrespect those people that did this. You're going to disrespect Arlington National Cemetery. You're going to disrespect thousands of white headstones. You're going to disrespect the people who made this great country great. There is only one party in my mind that stands for freedom, that stands for the American flag. Like it, don't like it, you're entitled to your opinion. But I am tired of not speaking up. I am not only going to speak up, I am going to start to scream up here as we have got future governor runners coming on the show right here. This movement, for the state of Illinois, to be specific, this movement of being a Republican should be what you should be. Okay? It stands for freedom. A lot of the union guys are good friends of mine. I'm friends with a lot of union guys. Many of these union guys I know are 100% Republican because they believe in freedom. They believe in the United States of America. I just don't understand why it's so difficult for people to see what's going on. And I ask you, what kind of American citizen are you? Are you a fly-by-night? Are you a wannabe? Are you a signatory? Are you a signatory American citizen? Okay. Or are you born and raised in the United States of America? Do you know the Constitution? Do you know what this country stands for? Those are the American citizens that we speak up for and we represent. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem here in the United States. There's no question. And you have got a leader that's currently in office fighting to make that problem basically get realigned with where we once were, why this country is so great. We need to support that man, that administration, and that party.